Stachybotrys is often referred to as black mould or toxic mould, and in New Zealand it is commonly associated with leaky buildings. To grow, Stachybotrys tends to need a fairly constant water source. This means almost always it is the result of a building issue, that is, a water leak of some kind. It is generally not the result of how people are living in a home. Areas of constant dampness, for example, slow dripping water pipe leaks inside walls, leaky showers, leaky buildings, or water running into unventilated underhouse or basement areas are generally the problem. Because of this need for a constant water source, Stachybotrys is most often found at the base of walls, as that is where water leaks or drips will ultimately accumulate. Stachybotrys grows on materials that contain cellulose, such as wood, fiberboard, fiber cement, the paper lining of plasterboard, roof underlays, wallpaper, and timber. You can recognise Stachybotrys by its dark green or black colour, and in particular, its slimy or thick and smeary texture. Appearance-wise, it grows in blotches. It is not fine and speckled like cladosporium, and if you rub a gloved finger over it, it will blacken your finger, whereas cladosporium will not. To remove this mould, you must first find and repair the leak that is causing the dampness that has allowed it to grow in the first place. If the mould can be seen growing on the surface of a room's wall, that will mean inside the wall cavity the problem will be many times worse. To fix will often involve removing wall linings, fixing the leak, and replacing the affected wood and wallboard. This type of work is generally best left to the professionals. They will advise what needs replacing and what can be cleaned. As Stachybotrys is often the first sign of a much bigger problem, as soon as it is identified, you need to be getting onto it to do something about it, because the longer you leave it, the worse and more costly the problem will be to fix. The health and well-being of the building's occupants also dictate that the issue will need to be addressed immediately. So the sooner you give the team at Pure Services a call, the better your result. In our last video in this series, we offer plenty of tips, options, and education on how a home can be better ventilated and managed to stop moulds coming back, or better still, growing in the first place. So be sure to watch this.